God, I have had a very, depending on how you see it, either a very chill or a very chaotic day. I spent my day, way too much of my day. Also, hope everyone had a good Friday. Hope everyone had a good Thursday. I spent way too much, which is to say most of my day and most of last night, fighting with people in TikTok comments, which I know is bad, I know. Also fighting about them about, a lot of the time, trans rights and the fact that trans people should be allowed to not disclose that they're trans on the first date because safety, and seeing how many cis people basic response is, but what about me? Imagine if I have to go on one date with a trans person? Oh, fuck off. And also quite a bit of me having to explain that not all straights is as shitty to say as not all men or not all white people or not all whatever. But apparently, especially for straight women, that's very hard to understand. Because they're like, yeah, but I'm not like that. It's like, yes, and you're not included in this statement. Fucking move on. Ugh. That has been most of my day. Which isn't the best. But yesterday, though, I feel like it's karmic balanced. Because yesterday I had a great day because I went to the cinema and I watched the new Spider-Man movie and I had a fucking great time. And Spider-Man was so good. And I love Spider-Man as a character so fucking much. He was so trans. He was so autistic. He was slightly depressed. Great time. A great time for me, genuinely. I had such a good time. Is the movie like easily guessable? Is like a lot of it easily like guessable from the get-go? Does it have like a few issues here and there with the plot? Yeah, but who cares? Tom Holland is playing Peter Parker. I'm back in. He'll always be like so special to me because first of all, I started watching the MCU for him. Like technically the first is I watched like half of the Winter Soldier because I thought that was the one with Tom Holland in it, but no, it was the other Captain America movie, Civil War. I watched Civil War just to see him, and then afterwards I watched movies that he wasn't in, but I mostly watched the MCU to keep up with Spider-Man, and I started watching for Spider-Man because even if I didn't know a lot about Spider-Man at the time, I knew he was a character I liked a lot, and I always liked a lot, even if at the time I didn't know much about him. And specifically, like, I know everyone has a Spider-Man, and I really like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. He's really sweet, but apart from the fact that some of his movies aren't great, my Spider-Man will always be Tom Holland's Spider-Man overall. And I've never watched the Tobey Maguire movies, and I don't intend on ever watching them because I can't stand the guy. And I've seen clips, and to me that's just like, and you can tell so easily that it's 30-year-olds playing teenagers, and that cringes me a lot. And yeah, just like the way Tom Holland's Spider-Man is, and the way he plays him, and the way he is overall, is just such good accidental rep for people with autism and people with that are transgender. All overall, it's just so special to me, and they always somehow manage to make the movies about something that either I'm going through at the time, or I went through, or I'm still going through somehow. And so this one was a bit less than the other ones, because the other three ones was very much stuff I was going through or had to deal with at the time. Now I'm a bit more, it's a bit more something that I went through that I still question sometimes, but mostly I'm secure about. For the new one, I mean, with Spider-Man, and especially this Spider-Man, it's always a question about, and in general Spider-Man of course, but it's always a question about letting others help you and opening yourself to people and not carrying the burden of responsibilities on your own, no matter how easier it seems and how much it feels like everything is your burden and your burden only. Which is something I feel like I'm getting better at, and I've gotten better at. And so it's been a lot about this, and it's been something that I was struggling with at the time and everything. So it's always like extra special because it's like seeing a character that I identify to so much and love so much going through shit that is relevant to me. It's a for me movie. And the humor works on me a lot. Like, I don't care if it's Marvel humor. Specifically for Spider-Man, it works on me a lot. I laughed a lot. There were a few things I was questioning, but it's fine. This is giving me like so many questions about how the X-Men are going to be handled in the MCU, which I am very scared about as someone who last year decided on a whim to watch all of the X-Men movies and then decided this is now my personality for a month or two. We have now a new John Grey, and we got the announcement for the casting of Cyclops, which is going to be Kit Connor, which is an actor I really like, so I'm very happy it's going to be him. He fits the role so fucking well. We don't have a Wolverine yet, which I am so fucking excited to know who it's going to be, but also so fucking worried because Hugh Jackman is such a perfect Wolverine. So, and I want him to stop playing Wolverine because he's been there, he's done that. Let the man survive. Let the man alone. Leave him alone. Let him rest, you know? So yeah. Logan was the perfect, I think, goodbye for his Wolverine. I'm so sad they brought him back in that point Wolverine because that movie was so shit. But yeah, Wolverine is a character that's very special to me, so I'm very curious about who's going to play Wolverine. So far we have, of the X-Men, so we have John Grey. Like I said, we have Cyclops, we have Rogue, we have Beast, and we have Emma Frost. And all of them, honestly, the casting looked great for all of them. Obviously Beast, I'm going to be a little biased because he was played by Nicholas Hoult in the old movies, and I love Nicholas Hoult, and his Beast was very dear to me. And even the Beast played by the actor in the first movies, which I don't know who that was because of the CGI and everything. I mean, not CGI, but the whole heavy makeup and everything, so I don't know who was playing him. I'm so sorry. But I really liked him as well, and his Beast was also very special to me. He was one of my favorite X-Men character when I watched the movies, even though we don't see him even that much. But yeah, now the question is going to be, who's going to be Mystique? Big question. Who's going to play Charles Xavier? Who's going to play Magneto? Who's going to play Wolverine? Which are still the big one left, really. I don't know if there's anyone else they will bring, because there's a lot of X-Men, obviously, so then it's more going to be a question of where are we going? If we got Emma Frost, there's a chance we might get her brother, I think. I think she has a brother, right? But yeah, the upcoming X-Men movie is very exciting. There's a rumor that apparently they're going to make Magneto and Charles Xavier brothers, which I am praying for it not to happen, and that is bullshit. Because no. And it's just not even me being pissed off because they're husbands. Like, obviously it would piss me off because they're a couple, they're husbands, they're like very clearly, even if they're not together, you know? It's more than explicit in the comics that like Marvel's not letting them kiss, but like they're doing everything but kissing, basically. And the whole point of them, so over this, because this is not even like my big grudge with this, it's not even the queer erasure about this, is the fact that Magneto and Charles Xavier are two sides of the same coin. They represent each a position in front of how mutants should be treated. And the thing is, the reason why they have those point of views is how they grew up, which is very different. Them being brothers would make absolutely zero sense. Even if you ignore the fact that both of them, I don't know if Magneto has siblings, but Charles Xavier has a sibling. Charles Xavier has a sister. We saw her in fuck. Is it in Logan? No, we didn't see her in Logan. We saw her, I think, in Deadpool and Wolverine we saw her. Yeah. So like he already has siblings if you want them. But more so, the whole thing with Charles Xavier and Magneto is the whole point is that Magneto is a visible minority. Charles Xavier was never a visible minority, which is, I know, very ironic when you know that Charles Xavier is in a wheelchair and Magneto is able-bodied. But the whole thing was this, and that's why their arguments were so different, because Charles Xavier, so him being different from the point of view of someone who grew up rich, who grew up hyper-privileged, who's was able to hide his mutation, and who was able to hide it easily and make sure that he lives quote-unquote a normal life with only the advantages of it and only the part where he's mostly accepted and is mostly looked to because he's respected by everyone around and by the people in power. And so being able to play the system in a way. Magneto... I'm sorry, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous to want them to be brothers. Magneto was a Jewish man during World War II and was experimented on during the Holocaust by a Nazi doctor. And the reason he wants mutant supremacy is because he says that it will never change. They will always try to track them. They will always try to kill them. And he knows this because of his experience being a Jewish kid during that time and being experimented on and all that. He knows this because he wasn't able to hide, and he doesn't want to hide, and he doesn't think he should have to hide. And when they work together with Charles Xavier, there's a very important sentence that Charles says to Magneto, which he wouldn't say if he was his brother, so also Jewish, and also potentially have gone through the Holocaust, which I don't know, they have such different, like, it makes no sense for them to be brothers. They have different everything. The whole point is like Charles Xavier's parents, like, they die at some point, but they were always like very distant and very cold to him, but they were like this rich couple and stuff. Magneto's mother, like, they got separated in the camps, basically. Charles tells Magneto about something that happens at some point. He says they were just following orders. You can't make... And this is like the point where those two that before that were working together, trying to help and trying to make a better future for mutant kind. That's the moment of breaking. That's the moment of them being like, we can't work together anymore. And Magneto not being able to work anymore with Charles and deciding to go on his own way. And that's also, at least in the movies, I don't know how it is in the comics, I believe it's similar. The moment where Magneto accidentally wounds Charles and he becomes disabled. Or it's around that time. It's during the same operation anyway. And like, this is the point of breaking between those two. And if you make them brothers, it means one of two things. Either you have to erase Magneto's upbringing, which defeats the entire point and makes him an empty villain, or you have to make Charles also being a Jewish kid that for some reason got, saved and didn't have to go through the Holocaust. Tell someone that he knows what he went through. They were just following orders. And if you even go deeper than that, Charles Xavier in the comics can be real cruel and real... Very much he has a child soldier school, basically. In the comics, it gets to that point where it's pretty much a school for child soldiers. The implications of that with someone that would have that kind of background are horrible. And I don't like them. So yeah, I'm really hoping it's just rumors because that would be fucking horrible. Other than that though, I'm still excited for the X-Men movie. I'm waiting to see what more comes out of it. I'm very excited for they announced that there's going to be 2 more Spider-Man movies to make a second trilogy. I'm very excited for those 2, even though with the time that they come out, it's going to be so fucking long, and I don't know how I feel about watching it so long. We'll see. It feels so... I want them now. It feels so far away. We'll see how they handle the X-Men, and I have absolutely zero expectation for Doomsday. I might watch it on streaming later, but after it comes out, but like, it looks so shit. It's going to be so bad. You take Mr. Doom, you put RDG fucking playing him, which is stupid as fuck, and then you make him fight Thor and Captain America, which you bring back Steve fucking Rogers for it, when he is like the iconic Fantastic Four villain. Fuck you. Yeah, Hayden's a bit excited about Secret Wars because of it's supposed to be Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Spidey. So it's exciting. But seeing what they've done with Doctor Doom, I'm perplexed, we'll say. Other than that, I have started making a birthday gift for Juno. I have an idea and I started making it, and so far it's going good. My idea is to make this whole like notebook, basically sketchbook notebook, filled with only drawings of Oscar Piastri in like a bunch of different papers, a bunch of different techniques. Like so far I've done one in watercolors, one in... which is how I fucked up my thumb the other day cleaning the painting palette. 2 like normal like lined paper sketches with just like a criterium, so like, you know. And 1 on black paper with colored pencils. And I really want to collect like a bunch, make like a bunch of those drawings on like every different paper that I have. I have like a bunch of paper. I went through all of my notebooks, all of my sketchbooks, all of my like folders and stuff to find all different kinds of papers that I have around. And the whole point is going to make like a big folder or a big portfolio with all of the drawings, with all like different textures and everything. It's going to be fun and pretty, I hope. And I really want to make like this little object that I can bring to him when I see him in September. So I'm very excited about that. I have a little folder now on my computer with a bunch of Oscar Piastri and a few Lando Norris pictures that I took from his Pinterest. That I know, so I know he likes, and that's going to be all of the pictures I draw, and then I'll see how much I have when I'm done. And yeah, and it's something I've been working on a little bit this past few days, like I do one here, one there kind of thing. It's been fun. It's been very fun. Now back to hell though, as I still struggle to draw Charles Leclerc. Let me go back to my other library. I really want to try to make like a front-facing one after. Oop. But I need to make his face a little bigger first for this one. Yeah, that's pretty much like that. Okay. For here, I really want to make him like smiley as well, because I feel like it'll be easier to draw him smiling. I tried like a neutral face last time, but it didn't work. So I wanna, oh, he looks so sad in that picture. So I wanna try like him smiling. That'd be cute, I think. I could actually, let me do that actually. I could actually go on, oh, also I have collected so many pictures of Tom Holland from the new movie on my Pinterest. One of the first things I did when I came back is doing that, because like he's so important to me. Up, up, but yeah, let me see if Juno has some good ones, because Juno has a very extensive now F1 folder on Pinterest. Well, I could have gone there from the start last time, because it's very normal. Charles Leclerc just looking straightforward, which was what I was looking for last time. Okay, up. Yeah, I was about to say I have too many opinions about everything. Oof. Well, of course, last time I was trying to look for a neutral Charles Leclerc face. Now I can find only that. Now that I'm trying to look for him smiling, I can't find it. Ah. Okay, that one could be good. Yeah, okay, let's just go for that one. Still haven't done the X-Men page in the end. Can read tabs, not wide enough. Here we go. God, I was looking at, because they released new Ferrari jerseys specifically for Indonesia, I think. I can't remember if it's Indonesia or Malaysia, I'm so sorry. And they're really cute. And I was like, oh, I wish Ferrari merch wasn't so expensive. And he was like, it's actually not too bad. And I was like, yeah, but also the shipping. And also, obviously, if I were to get any of them in here in France, like a jersey starts at like $90. it's like F1 merch is so fucking expensive for absolutely no good reason. Because like the base jersey that he has, that they have for this year is really cute. It's not like my favorite thing I've seen. It's quite cute. It's like $90 for a jersey. I'm like, no. Like I don't necessarily want to pay $90 to have like a huge shell logo on my chest. Thank you very much. God, it's the same with like, there's also these, what? Okay. Weird. These, Spider-Man t-shirts that I know what they are, but they say they're not on the website, and they didn't look like they were in the shop when I went. I didn't go in the shop, but I like looked from outside and I was like, don't look like they're there. I can't see them anywhere. They could have been in there, and I might have just not seen them. I didn't want to go in that day because I was a bit like, I just want to go home, but I wanted to check from afar. And on the website they say, oh yeah, they're not available yet, and I was like, that's weird. And now I'm like, But Helene says she's going to that specific shop like next week, and she'll tell me if then they have them. So we shall see. This is going to be hard because like he has like such like his eyes really close up when he smiles, and so there's a bunch of wrinkles around. It's going to be hard. Like wrapped around his eye. Because last time on Tuesday I started so confident because as much as this isn't like the most Charles Leclerc drawing I've ever seen, for the first one it wasn't too bad. I was like, okay, I can warm up to this, and then it went downhill. Like about drawing him, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm going to try tomorrow, and like not on Sunday, I won't have time on Sunday, but like tomorrow I'm going to try to really do like just focus on Grand P for the entire day until stream, because I've been wanting, like this week I've been like out a lot and doing stuff a lot, so I haven't like really done much. So I need to get back to that. I wanted to do that today, and then I just like went to sleep so late and ended up just doing like a little thing here, a little thing there, and then I was like, it's already late. And I don't want to start looking into that if I know I don't have like a good few hours in front of me to actually do that. So I ended up with the unwise decision of spending most of my day arguing on TikTok, but it's fine. First days like that. Okay. Now to fix the mess. Up. Okay. I was thinking about that earlier today. It makes me like, it's something that can't be, that's just sad about fandoms you get in and stuff that you get interested in that aren't fiction and you get in later on. Either just like musical artists or sports like this and stuff. Is that now I'm kind of sad that I wasn't in here earlier because so much has already happened. And like, for example, my second favorite driver is Max Verstappen, and my other favorite driver, and he was 4-time world champions, right? I won't get to experience what it's like to see him win those 4 championships, obviously, because I was not into the sport at the time. And that rate that he had at the time and how he was at the time, which I really like, love watching clips and appreciate how he was and how he viewed things. And not to say that I don't like how he is now and how he views things and interacts and stuff now, but it's just so different because he went from like the little kid that people were saying was so terrifying to now pretty much like a dad in the paddock, like helping all of the little new drivers. And I wish I could have experienced that, you know, and see him win his first title and then his second, then his third, and then his fourth. And now he's more talking like, now that he has I mean, he had a stepchild, but now he has like also his daughter, and he's talking about like, yeah, I won't be in racing my whole life because I want to spend time with my kids and stuff, and she's the most important thing for me and everything. And so like, it's very sweet, but then I'm like, I arrived here and he's already talking about leaving. No. And like, as much as like I'm glad for him and I'm happy for him and stuff, because he seems very like happy and all that, and he's also diversifying from F1. Like, he has teams in other motorsports, and he's talked about doing other motorsports and stuff. It makes me sad that like I'll never get to experience those stuff, and that I'm more towards maybe the I don't know, but like maybe the end of his career than the start. I mean, obviously, because they start so young. But yeah, and now that Charles is rumored to going to have a child soon, I mean soonish, you know, I'm like, is he going to also have that kind of like outlook on it of like, I want to spend, which is normal and healthy, and I'm glad that these drivers are like, I want to spend more time with my kids and are able to do so. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I'm in my little selfish, you know, bubble, sad that like I get maybe a lot less time than I could have had with these drivers and in this sport and watching all of this, because I got there so late, you know. It's also so weird in my head because they're only 2 years older than me, most of them. Like, I'm like, we're the same age. What do you mean you're retiring? I feel like I haven't started anything yet. I like talking about being more like a coach or something than a driver. I have that also a little bit with COVID, you know, part, because a lot of them stream during COVID, like, and some of them still do, like Max Verstappen still streams from time to time, but a lot don't anymore, because obviously like that's something they just do during COVID, and I'm like, I wish I could have done that, because all of us, I mean not all of them, I'm sure you can find a lot of VODs online and stuff, but like a lot of them are gone and stuff because it was years ago now. And I'm like, I wish I could have like been there watching them do the sim races and everything and play together. Because even though I do watch a lot of VODs, usually I still watch them like around the time they were released, if that makes sense. So you're still like in the mood and in the era and stuff, watching something that's very old. Not because you're rewatching it because you've seen the stream the first time. Or it's a podcast or something, you know. I do get that feeling of like, oh, I wish I was there. The eyes are too open. I'm opening his eyes too much. It's such a shame, truly. I could have gotten into F1 like a few years earlier somehow, because I had another friend that was into F1, but I just never really looked into it. I didn't get like taken in at the time. But also like would have been hard because in France it is kind of hard to access F1 if you don't have the TV channel for it. And the TV channel for it is really expensive because you need the cable, and cable's expensive. going to finish this page, I'm going to never want to draw this man ever again. I guess this is a positive though, at least I get to not live through the heartbreak that has been each season for Ferrari since. I think the thing that's like confusing me the most about this whole situation of me not being able to fucking draw Charles Leclerc from front facing is that I've done it before. The first time I drew him front facing, slightly realistic, and it was fine on my sketchbook. Like he looked like himself. This is my punishment for putting jokes or options in the poll. If I had just put portraits, I could have drawn everyone, not just him. And I would have been so much more happier. So much happier, not so much more happier. It's going to sound weird, but I miss when the viewer chatbots get reviewer blah 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 bullshit. At least it was like farm viewers, and now it's AI. They ask if you want AI viewers, and I'm so sad. And I miss the good old days when they would just ask if I wanted free viewers. This eyebrow shape is so hard to get right because it's like very thick brows, but also it gets wispy on the end, but not too wispy. So it's so hard to make it not look like just like a big block of brows. I feel like I made his nose bridge too wide. There's one thing I've struggled with through my entire art school years, and apparently still struggle with now, is when I do a change that needs to be big. I do it little by little by little, and then like 12 steps later, I'm like, still not fixed. Yes, chin is a bit lower. That's what I think I'm having an issue with. This part is supposed to be a lot more on the cheek. That's a little lower. I think the eyes could be a little lower. I don't know. His nose is a bit longer, the tip of his nose. I think his eyebrows are a bit too inward. Oopsie. I'm on like details, but I really want to get it right. So I'm like, I think also an issue I'm having is a lot of the lines I draw end up becoming very dark because I go through and through and through and through, where on his face he doesn't have a lot of very dark spots. You see a lot of very light spots. Like there's never like deep creases or deep folds, or like they're very rare. So it like fucks up that a little bit. With perception, I think. So maybe if I do this, then I do that. think it genuinely helped a bit. When I do sketches like this, it's generally so hard sometimes to keep like the values correct because I'll just go over and over and over something. Then I'm like, ah yeah, the values are not fucked. Whoopsie. Okay, I'll stop fucking with it here, cause like... there needs to be a line. Okay. I needed to send it somewhere. Sorry, I was like, I finished sending it. Look at this thing. He's so hard to draw. It took me so long. Oh my god. Oh. God. Okay. Up. Now, I'd really like it if I could get... that's what I want. Perfect. I wanted a specific, like, view of his 16 with this year's livery. Up. So I can write it here. Because he's 16, like... that, and the 6. Nope. Yeah, that's the same thickness. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I take out the center. There we go. Then I cut it here. So that is red. Then I first move it and then I distort it. This 16 is angled like this. Oops, sorry. Very nice. Yep. Go. Up. Hello. Indeed. That could be said of this, yes. Hello, how are you? Very chill. Well, you know. I certainly got not bullied into this, but this is the full drawing spread so far. So you can see. I usually do those drawing streams where there's a theme appointed where I get multiple to choose from, and then I draw a spread, a sketchbook spread associated to that theme, and I put a bunch of F1 options, and the option that got voted was Charles Leclerc. So now we are drawing Charles Leclerc and Charles Leclerc related things. Guessing you're a Ferrari fan? The other options were just F1 in general, F1 liveries, F1 driver portraits, and then just Charles Leclerc. Yeah, I know, I got very lucky on that guess. Are you just a Ferrari fan overall, or do you specifically like a driver? Overall, nice. I feel like that makes sense. It's such like a big team and such. It makes sense to like overall stand the team. 5-day resolution. That's a really good choice, honestly. He is so good. Oh, that's so sweet having the same birthday. That's really sweet. That's a really cute way to have your driver choose you. Have you been like an F1 fan for a long time? And Ferrari fan a long time, I guess? I haven't been watching or taking part in the hobby for a very long time, so I don't know that much. You could say so. Nice. I was just talking earlier about how having joined not that long ago, it makes me sad that I missed out on so much the previous years, because with sports and with that kind of thing, it's like a lot harder than like with fiction stuff to be like, oh yeah, I can just relive through the experience, because it's such like in the moment kind of thing. Like a championship doesn't feel the same if you're rewatching it than if you're living through it, I'm sure. I mean, 100%. Well, my favorite team is also Ferrari, but, and my favorite driver is Leclerc. Who could have guessed? It's not like it was the only driver option that I put. But overall, I also really like Max, and I really like Mercedes as well. I'm very much the kind of person that loves to follow like a bunch of different teams and a bunch of different people and stuff in one thing, and has like a lot of favorites. But yeah, my top one is Ferrari and Leclerc for sure. My baptism invite was me in a 2004 Ferrari. That's so fucking cool. What the hell? Like, your parents made that, or did you get baptized later? That is insanely cool. Yeah, with that, of course you have to be a Ferrari fan. Like, it's in your blood. Like, it was chosen for you upon the scrolls. Your parents is that? Ah, nice. Are you Italian? That feels very Italian to do. Sorry. Ah, you're Greek. Yeah, so no, not Italian. You have Ferrari in your blood. You very much do. I'm realizing I might have... Yeah. Yep. You very much have... With that, you have to have Ferrari in your blood. Like, you can't stand any other team. That would make no sense. How could you? Yep. You must have been so happy then when Lewis jumped Ferrari, because that was not that long ago. Lewis. Yep. You must have been like, finally. Yeah, I'm sure. Do you still like Leclerc though? Is he still good in your book? Because I know people are have different opinions, let's just say. Yeah, good year and good car. Yeah, because they've been struggling. That's what I was saying as well. I was like, on one hand, I'm sad I didn't live through all of the different championships and stuff as they were happening. On the other hand, I would have suffered so much as a Leclerc fan that I'm kind of happy it didn't happen. It's like a good thing for a bad thing. McLaren, ooh. Oh no, I have a friend who's a McLaren fan. To be fair, I feel like overall with my friends, even if we like different teams, we all shit on the teams somehow, you know? We're like, okay, we're for different drivers, we're for different teams, but overall, they all kind of shit. They all kind of give them shit cars. God. Execute him. No. No, my poor McLaren friend. It's my fault as well, because he reminded me a lot of Oscar Piastri. So I was like, oh, you make me think of him. And then that's how he got into it. He got attached to Oscar Piastri and then it went from there. I could try to... I'll try, and if I don't succeed, that's fine. I want to try to redraw his signature on top, like in black. That'd be good. Or in white. With the background white. It would work, so in black would be nice. It's a good all-rounder friendship group, though, because I have... So, my one McLaren friend, and I have... the friend that got me into F1 who's into Mercedes, mostly. Should put a 17 in there. Ah, for Jules? Was that his number? Am I mixing things up? Does that work with what I want to do? No. Yeah, okay. I was for a second, I was like, wait, am I mixing the numbers? That would be sweet, yes, true. Very pathos, though. I don't know how I feel about that. But it's a good idea. Up. It was like a few days ago, right? Like his birthday. I think I saw posts go through. Oh, that one was again. Up. Let's see. Such a tragedy, honestly.
You know that Shell is a good company? I didn't know that, no. Didn't know that at all. That's surprising. I wouldn't think one of the biggest, like, supplier in gasoline would be in Greece. I didn't know that Greece made a lot of gasoline. It's always so surprising, the brands, and then you're like, what do you mean you're from this country? It makes no sense. But also, like, I don't know that much about Greece, to be perfectly honest, so I don't want to make judgments. But I wouldn't expect it to have, like, a lot of oil or anything, so that's very surprising. Yeah. I thought it was... I don't know what I thought it was. To be perfectly honest, I'm realizing I didn't have any opinion on where it was. Shell with an English name, I would have thought like maybe American or British. You know. I have that with a few, like, I'm French. I know. I know. Yikes. But I have that a lot with, like, sometimes French stuff. I'm like, what do you mean this is French? This makes no sense to be French. You grew up in Germany. I see. I don't know why. I keep attracting German people. I don't mean this as a as a bad thing. I have a disproportionate amount of German friends, and there's no good reason for it as a French person. You can hear that ach. The R didn't help me, to be fair. I feel like my accent's becoming worse and worse with time, because I'm putting less effort into it, maybe. Up. I feel like it really depends. From people that are also European, I feel like it's obvious that I'm French. But from people that are native English speakers, I feel like it's less obvious, if that makes sense. Because they are not as used to hear accents from different countries that are not like English speakers, if that makes sense. Yeah, I know, right? Were you... Have you always been like Lewis and Ferrari fan at the same time, and so it was just like really, really cool when he joined Ferrari? Or were you just a Ferrari fan and then had your favorite driver with whichever drivers they had going through? When I speak English, some think that I'm Dutch. Oh. I could see how this mix of accents could make sense, yeah. I don't think I've ever heard someone with a Greek accent speak English. I don't think. German, Dutch and such, like, I'm used to it now, but... Specifically Greek, I don't think I've ever heard. Ah, I thought you were a Schumacher fan. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But when I found out that Joyce shares the same birthday as me, I switched up. Makes sense. And also, of course, with Schumacher not being in the sport anymore. Makes sense. Yeah. I love hearing stories of like how did your driver choose you kind of thing. I think, like, I know it's kind of bullshit, but it's really sweet, the whole your driver chooses you kind of thing. I like that kind of like little superstition thing. I think it's really cute. For example, like my friend that loves Piastri, in addition to like me being like you two are similar, it's a very cute coincidence that like his nickname is Oscar Pastry, and my friend is a baker. Like a professional baker, works in a bakery, and so it's a very fun like coincidence somehow. I don't know if I have that many like specifics with Leclerc where I was like, yes. He just kind of started haunting me. Like when I started having F1 content, I started seeing a lot of him, and he and me, we have like very similar face expressions and very similar stuff a lot of time. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, I'm from France, but I'm from the south of France originally, and so the way he emotes and the way he speaks and everything is very familiar to me, because even though he's from Monaco and not from France, it's kind of the same region. So like, you know, Italy, Monaco, south of France kind of have the same like mannerisms, the same everything. And so it was very familiar to me, and I think that's why like the whole Chosen thing worked for me. Because I was like, I'm weirdly so similar to this guy in that kind of way because of my upbringing. I'm not a Gasly fan because I can't stand the guy. I'm sorry. If I had to choose a French driver, I'd choose a Jar. I really like her Jar. I can't stand Gasly. Just the attitude of the guy reminds me of every single French person I've hated. And also, I'm not a whole fan of... I'm not a big fan of the whole, you know, dating a 19-year-old when you're in your mid-20s, 60s, mid-20s. I kind of like wince at that, so no, not a big fan of that. I'm Charles from Team. I guess so. I'm Charles without the money for sure. I don't think I'm as cool as Charles, but you know, I gave up piano when I was a kid. I didn't continue like he did. Yeah, and then just like learning, the more I learned about him, the more like I respected him as a person and as a driver and stuff. So I was like, I really like this guy. You play F1 25? No, I don't. I don't have the game. It is expensive. I have also never really gotten like a racing game and stuff, so I'm worried that like I'll pay all that money and end up not enjoying it too much. I really want to, so like one day if I can, I'd love to try a simulator. I think that would be so fun. But like playing on my computer without like a simulator seems like less interesting, I guess. I'd be interested, but I don't know if I want to spend that amount of money on it, you know? Is it the new one that came out, or is it not the new one that came out? Am I mixing things up? How much? I think I might be mixing it with another car game that was like F1 that came out or something. Yeah, I know I can play with a controller. It just sounds less appealing to me. Like overall in general, I've never played, like I like the idea of playing a racing game, but I've never really played racing games. So, up, F1, 5. Yeah, I don't want to spend $50 in a game that I'm unsure if I'll like or not, if that makes sense. But if I got the chance to play with a simulator, I'd really want to try. But the idea of playing it just with a controller when I don't know how much I'll like it is what I'm like a bit maybe about. You know what I mean? Why did I say Escape Simulator is similar to this? It is not. Escape Simulator is not similar to this. F125 came out last year and this year came out the DLC. Ah, maybe I saw about the DLC. I mean, I play with a controller and I'm better than my friends in the sim. Oh yeah, I'm sure it doesn't really change much, like, how good or bad you are about it. It's mostly like a thing of like... So, I cannot drive, I don't have my driver's license, I don't plan on getting it anytime soon. But I like the idea of it. So I'm slightly famously very shit at driving in video games. And so... it's like I'm like, something new. Simulator sounds fun. You know. But yeah, maybe at some point I'll get it, but right now, as far as video games go, if I want to put that amount of money in a video game, it will not be this one. Even though I'm sure it's very fun, but you know. They want to put it behind, they want to put it in front. No, in front is better. There you go. You're really faster with sim than a controller. Yeah, just like also the feeling of it, you know. I'm shit at it, but I've played a little bit of Euro Truck Simulator, and like it is slightly in my brain that I really want to try it with like the actual setup one day, which I won't because I'm not going to buy a whole setup for a game that I play once in a while, you know. But if I was like, if at some point, you know, I meet someone and they have the setup, I would love to try. Jerry-san, I'm better than my friend. I don't have my license either. I see. Well, GG to you. Do I want to color these? Is now the question. I kind of want to color one of them, but I need to refine the picture now. What, bro? It's almost nice where you are. Yeah, here too. I mean, an hour from. No worries. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for hanging out. This was really fun to chat. Have a good night. Sleep well. Ah, I see. Does Greece have like a 1 hour change thing? I'm always bad at like the time changes in Europe, like the different time zones. Thank you. Bye bye. See you next time. Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, thank you so much. I didn't get the thing for the follow. That's so weird. Thank you so much for following. I don't know why it didn't give me the notification. It's even not in the filter feed, so that's really weird. That is legitimately so weird. Yeah, when I click on your account, I can see it. But for some reason, Twitch decided that it won't show me in my filter. It won't show on stream. I'm so sorry. I have alerts on and everything. I don't know why I didn't. But thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Genuinely. Oh, God. Ah, it's 1 hour forward. I see. Makes sense. Yeah, then it's almost midnight for you. See ya. Bye-bye. God, I don't know why Twitch loves to fuck up like this. Like, it's not like I have a lot to handle. You can give me my one follow every once in a while. What the fuck? God. Yeah, Twitch is always weird. Let's see. That's indeed Piccolo. I can also use a picture that's not the one I use for reference and just use the lighting from it to make color. I don't really know if I want to do the portrait or the other one as... I should have saved the pictures. I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, I'll use that one as reference. Okay. That'd be easier like that. Up. 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 Oh, no, it was the other one. Ugh, my bad. Here we go. It always feels so like slightly, not so stressful, but like slightly stressful when someone that's been in a hobby for a long time comes to talk to you when you've just joined. It's like, hello, I promise I'm actually interested. Like, especially with sports, I'm always worried because I've heard people have bad experiences. Sorry for hitting the mic. Here we go. Especially like with people being like, oh, people only like Charles Leclerc because he's hot, and I'm like, oh, leave me alone. Let me like who I like. Is he attractive? Yes. Is it the only reason I like him? No. Leave me alone. So I'm glad it was another Ferrari fan because that was nice. It was really nice. I feel like with sports in general, I'm such not a sports person usually that like getting into a sport is very like worrying. I was slightly like when I made this sketchbook page, I was slightly worried. I was like, oh, I hope I won't get too many like hardcore fans that I won't be able to speak to because I'm like, I'm just starting in the hobby. I'm so sorry. Please be nice. So I'm glad we had like a nice chat. It was nice. Up. I wonder if my parents would even believe me if I told them I was into F1 right now. It's so like far from anything I've ever liked that like I think if I told them like, oh yeah, right now every weekend I just like watch F1, they'd be like, what the fuck? Even like my friends that didn't fall into the well of F1 with me, that know me, keep being like, mostly Antoine, keep being like, it is so funny that you're into this right now. It's so like different from anything you like usually, which is hilarious. And I'm like, I know. Well, about Charles Leclerc anyway. Have you heard of this? God, that looks so yellow on stream. I'm so sorry. Ugh. Here we go. This is closer to what I was actually seeing, so that's good. In general, like olive or olivish skin tones are so hard to draw because you don't want the guy to look like pure yellow. Pinkish skin tone are so much easier to draw in general, I feel like. I was talking about that earlier, but it really is like very weird mentally to me how, in a lot of ways, not in like his lifestyle or anything, because obviously like miles away from that, but like when I watch stuff from French people, in a way sometimes I feel like way closer to Charles in like identifying and being like, oh yeah, I'm similar to this person, in like the way that this experience was and growing up and stuff, like the environment and the vibe and the expression you get and the way you react to things, than some people that are like French because they grew up in like a very different region, and so like the whole thing around that is very different and feels very different. Like it's really weird. I don't know how to explain it because I'm a white guy from France, so like I'm not in any way like a minority or anything, but the Mediterranean way of like being, that's specifically like that little part of Europe that goes into the Mediterranean, is like so hyper specific in some ways that like with like how people look and how kids look and everything, because everyone's obviously very tan. Most people are like brown hair, brown eyes. Like when we were watching the Monaco GP, when that happened, I remember telling my friends this is so weird because I don't think I've seen a crowd of kids, because there were a lot of kids obviously at like the balcony and stuff, but like in general I don't think I've seen a crowd of kids with so many kids that like looked how I grew up in such a long time. It was a really weird thing. I don't know why. It was like a very specific like way of like, oh yeah, people look like this because they live near the sea and they live in the sun all year and stuff. That's why me and Helen also like really have very similar ways of seeing a lot of things, because we're both from around the Mediterranean, whereas sometimes it's less common with other French people because the culture from that region was different, even though I'm sure a lot of people would expect it otherwise. So it's kind of nice to get back to this kind of thing with Charles in a way. Even though obviously I don't know him, and it's still like, yeah, miles from how I grew up, I guess, but yeah. I think it's also very endearing to see how much he loved Monaco. And I know what I just said like very much is very like parasocial. I am aware that what I just like said about Charles and stuff is extremely parasocial. I don't know, it's so weird to explain, but like I really feel like, weirdly enough, living where I live now versus living in the South is so different, but I feel like living where I live now is so much closer to how like most French people live than living in the South. I don't really know, I'm probably wrong. I don't really know how to explain it. I think it's just mostly because people are... I've mostly met people that were from here or from, you know, regions that were not the South. Like, because I've been told, like, a bunch of times when I wasn't... like, in general, that I act very like I'm from the South. Which to me is just the normal way to act, and so I don't know. Like I speak with my hands a lot, that kind of shit. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm justifying myself as well a lot, which I shouldn't do that. Yeah. I feel like that's nice. I should just change the this so that it's less saturated, so it's actually closer to its actual, like, yeah, better. Okay. I think we can say that I'm done with the Charles page. I don't want to color the rest. I like them as they are. The cute little color on the portrait is great. I really like, I think my favorite, honestly, well, I really like this one. I'm very happy with how it ended up turning out, even though I struggled so much with it. I had a battle. That, and I really like the livery drawing. I really like the car drawing. I think it looks really nice. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah, now we're going to go to thumbnail. Oh. Yep. There we go, changing the title of the stream, because I would be worried if more of our fans came in being like, or Charles fan come in and are like, this isn't what I was told. So yeah, okay, let's see. This should be fine, right? Yes. Let's see, I have 2 thumbnails I need to work on. I have either... I'm going to work on the DaVinci one, I think, because that's more pressing, House of DaVinci. Okay, give me a sec, I need to censor this so I can get the logo. And also make a new... There we go. Pa-pa-da-pa-pum. Now we just have Charles Leclerc staring at me. The House of DaVinci logo. Yeah, I would just like this, please. That's on? No. That's not what I'm asking for. This one, maybe? Yes! Perfect. Copy. Let's see if that works. Paste. I will paste. Yes, it works. Amazing. Is it? Yes, perfect. Okay. Here we go. I was worried that like the logo wasn't going to be actually a PNG. It happens too often where you're looking for a logo and you're like looking for something for just the logo and it fucks you over and it sucks. I wonder if the other... I don't remember if the other ones are expensive or not. I kind of want to check now. What? The second game is literally €3 right now. Is the third one also on sale? No, the third one is not on sale, sad. But the number 2 is on sale. So offers end at the 17th of August. Oh, we got time. We got time. Okay, good. I'm going to add to my wish list. Good, we got time. Okay. Because I don't think I have any other puzzle games listed out. That's the only annoying thing with puzzle games, is that as much as I love them and I want to play them forever and continue to do so many of them, since a lot of them are quite short, you do burn through them quickly. Okay. Well, before we get to that though, I'm going to put you back on the Charles Leclerc page, and I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and I'll be right back. Up. Here we go. Be right back. And I'm back. Up. Hop là. Hop là. Okay, let's try to make something. Up. This one? Yes. Okay. I don't know what I'll do for that one.
Not doing this. Okay. I'm going to start colors on stream because that'd be too long. I'll have to finish that off stream and see if I can have the time to do also Machinist. Red Mage at some point. Thumbnail. But yes, for this. We finished this, which is great. I'm very happy about this. I'll put it on the Discord as always, and I'm going to do the other new vote now. I can speak. I promise you I can speak. Let's see. Creative poll. What theme for next week? For next spread. I'm going to put X-Men back. Going to put Spider-Man. Going to put what else do we have? Take my notebook to check. Why do I have this like fiction world? I'll put that just as like a thing, but I don't think I'll get voted anyway. Up. Time. 3 days. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Post. Here we go. Up. So. Tomorrow we're continuing Cyberpunk. I'm actually like, now that I kind of like got more into the game, I'm kind of excited to be playing it tomorrow. Looking forward every week. I think now that I have also like a big lineup of like long games that I want to do on stream, it's even more exciting because I'm like, oof, the more I advance, the more I'm closer to like playing Death Stranding and to playing Spider-Man and stuff. So I'm excited for that. So we shall see. But yeah, I'm excited for Cyberpunk. Even though the story's not my favorite, I'm getting into the universe. I'm getting into the vibe of it. I think so. Yeah. And on Sunday we'll start Red Mage on Final Fantasy 14. I am going to go now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. And I'll see you tomorrow for Cyberpunk. Bye-bye.